What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today I'm going to be doing a cougar. It's an animal one, so cougar, or you can call it mountain lion as well at the same time. So I think they're the same name for the same animal, two different names for the same animal. Cougar and mountain lion. So it's the head, the face, as usual. So we'll start with the eyes. So we're about halfway down our page, just the eyes are just along here. So we will start with the right eyelid, just about here. So we're just going to go curve it up here, so it's like the inside of the nose, and it's going to go longer, just along here, like so. And just at the end, this is just going to tick up a little bit. It's just going to come out the end here and go up like so. Now, so the bottom eyelid then just comes around from here, like this, and all the way up the other side. So then we have an iris and a pupil in there, so we're going to go a semicircle just in underneath the top eyelid, like so. And then we have a black dot just in here, but it's a semicircle as well because the eyelid is covering some of it. And then that's dark inside. And I'm going to put just a white shine just here. So if you're coloring this, you'd leave that white. And then I'm just going to add a second line just in here for some eye lines, you know, those iris lines in here, like so. Now, so just in this section here, this is going to be colored in all dark black. Cats have that dark black section that's just in around their eyes here. So just darkening up all around here, giving it a nice dark section for the eyelid just around here. Right, so the other eyelid starts just over here, just across from this one. It's longer than, cats have a large bridge to their nose, so there's a larger distance than just eye distance. It's a slight bit more. It's pretty close though if you measure from here to here. It's about just a little bit more over, I think. It's just longer than you'd think between the eyes, that's all. It's pretty close to eye distance though. So when you figure that out, and then we go over, we'll just start our eyelid here. Just across. And then we add that sort of little tick at the end as well. Like so. Don't worry if they're not exactly level. It'll still look good. Then, bottom eyelid comes around, back into the corner here, like so. And then we have the iris, semicircle, under there. The pupil, just in here. Touching the top of that eyelid, and then of course color it in dark black. And I'm going to put a shine on this side. Just here. And then add another layer, another semicircle, just of those lines for the iris. Just a little detail just in there in the eyes. Now we can color this in black. If you want, you can leave a little bit of white on the edges every now and then, just to show that there's like a little eyelid or a bump for skin just along there, just in various places that you feel would look good. So I'm just like leaving little white dots every now and then, that's all. Something like that. So then we can bring down some of these lines that come down towards the nose then. So we have, coming from the tear duct here, we have a line that comes in towards the nose, like this, comes a bit longer on both sides. And then we go down and around like so. And then same on the other side pretty much. Down around like so. And then inside that one, we can start a line for the nose. So we can go sort of in here, diagonal that way, diagonal this way on both sides. Then we curve it in a little bit, bringing it in towards his nose now, going around, in like so. And then we have another bump just here. Comes around the nose, down like that. And we'll do the same on the other side. So it comes around to there. Now I'm just going to thicken this line up a little bit just to give a bit of shadow. Just make it a bit thicker, a bit more shaded. Make it look, just give that bridge of his nose just a bit more depth. And it's always good to have different types of lines as well if you're doing some drawing. Makes the drawing a bit more interesting. Thicker and thinner lines, it's called line weights. Right, so now we're down at the top of the nose now, so just here at the top of this we're going to go up and down, and then on the other side we'll go up and down a bit again. And now down around the nose, so we have a nostril starting just here. This one's going to come in here as well. And then we're going to come across for the top of the black section of the nose. So we're going to go up, there. We're going to bring it across, like so, and then it goes down in the middle. So it curves down and up, and then around to there. So that's the top of the very dark section of the nose, that dark skin. So we have fur all here, and skin starts where this line is that we just drew. So now you can do a straight line down the middle here. If you're coloring it pink, or if it's black, this line might disappear when you're coloring in. But just so we know where half the nose is, where halfway is. So when we get to the bottom, we're just going to go bring it up this side, like this on both sides. So it kind of looks like an anchor or an arrow pointing down. And then we have a curve for the hole for the nostril, and then back up around for that skin part. And then we have a black circle or a black section in here. And we do the same pretty much on this side, so we're going to go around like that, bring it up into here, and then do a dark shadow in under here. Now, so as I mentioned, you could color this black or pink, or depending on what type of animal you're trying to draw, and you can like shade it in or hatch it in, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to just go pretty dark, but I'm going to leave some white bits just around the edges, sort of similar to what I did in the eye there, just to show some light hitting different sections. So you have darker parts and lighter parts. You could color it all in dark black if you wanted, but I think sometimes it's good to leave some lighter sections. Gives it a bit more character. So then down from here, we're going to come down and do the cat's mouth. So coming down from the nose, we're going to come down to here. Just add a little line down here. And then this is going to curve around. So that characteristic sort of cat's mouth shape. Just here. And we do the same on the other side, so we curve it around all the way up to the same place up here. So it's going to go all the way around. Bringing it up to about there. So now I'm going to add those portions where the whiskers stick out. So we're just going to darken up this edge. You can make it a bit hairy looking if you wanted, but just adding a darker part just to here on the edge. And then do these lines for the whiskers that come out. So we have these curved lines with dots on them every now and then. So coming in towards the nose, curling around the face, just into here. Dots on them maybe, squiggly zigzag lines. You can do them many different ways. Like so. You do pretty much the same thing over here. And that's where the whiskers come out of his face, but I'll do the whiskers last. And I'll try not to forget, because I think I did a line once and I forgot to do the whiskers. So just underneath here, we're going to add a shadow for where the bottom lip is. So just in here, we're going to give just some fur that's darkened. Just in here. And then the chin is going to come right down in underneath here. So we're going to go zigzag, sort of hairy lines, hairy chin, all the way down around, like so. Then we're going to go back up to the eyes, and what we're going to do is add just a few more details just for various lines that are around the eyes. So coming down from the eye here, we're going to add another bump line coming down here, and a second one here just for another edge to the nose. We're just going to darken up this part that goes into the eye, and then we're going to give just a bottom bump line coming around the eye here, like this. Then we have a section just here on the edge of the eye that comes down and touches the edge of the nose. It's kind of like where the jaw maybe would be in here. So we're going to go bring it around. You can be a hairy squiggly line. It could be a standard line if you wanted. Just here. And then it's going to come into the mouth, just there, the edge of the mouth. These can touch, or you can leave gaps. It's just to show some furry sections, that's all it is. So we can come over and we can do something similar over here. So we have just a darker portion just in here, thicker line, and then this comes down and bumps twice, just like that side. And then we have the eyelid line underneath, sort of a hairy line that comes all the way up to here. And then we have this line that comes down as well. So this bit darker here, and then it curves down the face, and then into the side of the mouth just here. So then above the eye, we have a couple of lines just for the inside of the eye. So we have a line just here. Same on the other side. Like so. Just darkening up that top eyelid. I think it needs to be a bit thicker. And then we have a line just coming around that eye, kind of like a top eyelid line, just there. The same thing pretty much on the other side, just coming up around here, like so. And now we have those sections that cats have, a lot of big cats have above their eyelid, where sort of whiskers, long whiskers, or sort of eyelashes, their sensory whiskers, come out from above the eye. So it's like a teardrop sort of shape. So coming out from here, comes around like so. It's kind of like a raindrop or a teardrop sort of shape, and there's one on the other side as well. So coming up to about here and down like so. Maybe I'll make this one a bit bigger. And then they're sort of darker inside, furrier than the rest of the fur, so you could add some hairlines just in here. And maybe just another line just coming down on the inside of the nose, just here. And then we're going to do a line right up the middle. So starting, so it's like the middle of the face. So it's just starting about here. We have a line that's going to go up right the middle to the top of the forehead. So we're going to go right up the middle to about here. And then when we get to about here, we're going to just add a little line that goes across the top of the head like so. So it's like a letter T, just across like this. And then we can add fur lines that go each direction. So this side goes this way, this side goes this way. And they're just subtle. They don't have to be too long or anything. Just little, just to suggest that there is fur growing out from this section just here. Just little, small little lines that go left and right. So left on this side, right on this side. Like that. Right, so just above this T, we're going to add the top of his head, right? So just here, we're going to go across the top of his head, just here, across like so, and down the other side. So just a curving line. You can sketch it in lightly. I would suggest using a pencil, by the way, to do this. And then put your ink on afterwards. Right, so ears. So in this picture, I'm doing something a little bit different. Usually I'll do two ears the same. In this one, cats can move their ears independently. So one ear is facing down. It's like it's listening to something over here. And then this ear is pointing forward. So for the ear that's down, we're going to go down this way. And it's going to point straight out here. So it's going to come across. So we're starting it just above the edge of his eye. You see that? Comes across, comes up to a point just here. And then this is going to come back down in towards the head, like this. And then we're going to bump it around the bottom like that. Now, so the inner ear is just in here because it's facing down this way. So we have a furry section just to here, and then the line for the edge of that ear just coming up in here. Like so. And maybe we can add a little bump just around here on the bottom. Then of course there's all fur growing out from inside that ear. Very furry inside their ears. Gotta add those. And then it's sort of darker around the edge. And there's just a little line coming down the top, just like so. If I go too fast, guys, just hit pause or slow down the video. in settings. And then because this ear is facing down, we're just going to add a sort of a dip in the ear just here that joins the skull. So it comes back up to the muscles in the cat's head just here. So it dips down, comes back up here. Just to show that it's actually dipped down inside there. Now the ear on the other side, it's just a standard sort of cat's ear. So it's going to go up like so. This one goes across, this one goes more up and around like this. And then a bumpy sort of wavy line down to about there. So they're about the same level, right across from each other. See that? And then we add this furry line, but this one goes longer because the ear is facing towards us. So we're just going to go up this way, hairy line, and when we get to around here, we're going to go inside the ear to show that inner ear portion. Around here, squiggly line, hairy sort of line, coming around that ear down to there. Then of course inside there is real hairy and dark around this edge. So we'll do the dark edge just here. And then we're going to add sort of hairlines growing out this direction. Kind of like this. You can do as many of these as you want. You can shade it as heavily as you wanted. So like, because the ear sort of goes in here, if you wanted to shade it, this section will be darker, so heavier, more shade, more lines in here. Just a darker section. Just in there, see? Like so. And then we have just a line that, like this, that joins the muscle to the ear, the top of the head, just like so. Right, so we can do the sides of the face. So coming down from the ear, just beside it, we're going to start the lines for the face, just here, coming down, like so. And we're going to go real wide and then down to here. Mountain lions have big, sort of wide faces. So we're going to go down like this, both sides. And then it goes in towards the mouth. And it can be a hairy line, you know, very furry creatures around both sides. And into the side of that mouth, just there. Like so. And maybe another layer of just fur, just to show that there's kind of layers of fur just going around the back of the head as well, around the cheek here. Just another sort of furry part just here. And right, so then just above the eye here we have a sort of an eyebrow kind of section that curls around and goes back into these whisker areas here. So this is just going to curve around here and just back into the top of this whisker area, just about here, like so. And then we something similar on this side, so it's going to come down like this. It's just like kind of like an eyebrow sort of thing. And then we have these whiskers that grow out from this, so they're real big, long sort of whiskers, basically. I think that's what they are, but they're just above their eyes. So a long one there. We'll do 3 on each side, just going real quick with our pencil or pen. And then same over here. They don't have to be the same on both sides. Like so. Okay, we're nearly there. So we're just going to do the neck and shoulders. So coming down from the jaw here, we'll just do a line down here. And then the shoulder is just going to come off this way, down off the bottom of my page. And then on the other side, we'll go down straight that way. And then we'll add just another line in here. We will add another muscle line or fur line just in here for the neck coming down this way. Same on this side. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. You're just sort of adding rolls of fur and where it bends over the muscles. And he's real tufty sort of fur in the middle of his neck. I guess cougars and mountain lions have to deal with colder temperatures than regular lions. And then out from here, before I forget, whiskers. Lots of them. So coming out from these lines, we're going to do whiskers. So real big. And on the other side too. And that's it. That's how to draw a mountain lion, or if you like to call it, a cougar. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.